YouTubers, this is the Nice Reality TV blogger. Hope you guys have an amazing day today. Today I'm going to be discussing why Candiace needs to leave Real Housewives of Potomac. This needs to be her last season. She should exit stage left. Do not come back. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Be done with this show. Because if she comes back, she is going to be the target season 7 to where it's either going to be a situation to where she's going to be forced to quit by the end of the season, or they're not going to bring her back and say reasons because of her history and her being a liability and whatever else that they're going to come up with. Here's the thing. This originally Candiace was supposed to be the target season 5. I don't know if you guys remember, but there were certain episodes where you could tell it was obvious they were trying to set Candiace up. And even Giselle, who couldn't stand Monique, was willing to be fake friends with Monique in order to set up Candiace for her to be iced out. That was supposed to be the original plan, season 5, until the fight happened. And regardless of whatever Giselle and others felt on their true opinion on the fight, they were always going to take the side that was against Monique, even if that other person was in the wrong. That was basically their excuse to finally get rid of her, to finally, say what they really want to say about her and, try to get her off the show. So essentially, that is why Monique is not back. Even though Monique was offered a contract to come back, Monique felt the financial compensation wasn't enough compared to what she actually went through. And she had a feeling that they were going to try to set her up with the trainer story like they're doing to Wendy this season with trying to insinuate that her husband is cheating and potentially has a side baby somewhere. That would have been what they would have done to Monique this coming season had Monique stayed. I don't know what direction they're going to go with Candiace if she does return, other than discuss her past, discuss, how she is on social media, discuss how far she goes with her language and how she responds to others. And the seeds are being planted this reunion. That's why I already know, if she doesn't go, if Candiace doesn't go, then it's just going to be a terrible season for her. And if she stays, it really just tells me she's staying because she either wants the fame or the money or both. Because she should know by now that she's the target. It's already being set up ahead of this reunion episode, discussing Candiace's history and Giselle basically saying she's washed her hands of Candiace, that if Mia wanted to clock Candiace, she's basically go ahead and do it. She's not going to defend Candiace because she said Candiace doesn't know how to edit herself and needs to learn how to edit herself because she keeps going too far. So that was already Giselle basically saying in translation, I am done with you. If anything happens to you moving forward, oh well. I only defended you last season because I hated Monique. That was basically what Candiace was saying. And if Candiace did not hear that and thinks that there's a way that she can still be cool with Giselle and everything else next season, then she is going to be in for a rude awakening because the seeds have already been planted to ice her out season 7. And pretty much they they found somebody that they like a little bit more and Mia compared to how they felt about Monique. So they don't care for her to be the person to do it. They're basically saying, hey, we're done with you, Candiace. Because here's the thing. Giselle and Robin never actually liked Candiace to begin with. They tolerated her, but they were pretty much over her a very long time ago. It was just that they hated Monique more. That's really all this was. They hated Monique more, and had the fight not happened last season, Candiace would have been gone. Candiace would have been the target, and Candiace would not be back right now. But now the seeds are being planted the same way that they did Monique, the same way Giselle called Monique a liability and a terrible representation of Black women, and she doesn't support violence and all this and that. All of that is going to be regurgitated and told to Candiace next season. And certain things Giselle has been saying, even in the post-show interviews about Candiace, just taking jabs, calling her broke, just saying all different types of stuff. The seeds are already being planted that Candiace is the target. And the funny thing is, Monique warned both Wendy and Candiace. They warned them, you know, she said last reunion, she said, you guys are being used to take me out, basically. You know, that's the only reason Giselle was being nice to Wendy. It wasn't because they were in the same sorority, because as you can see this season and this reunion, them being sorors doesn't matter. That was never going to stop Giselle from doing what Giselle was going to do. So, you know, they were simply just being nice to her because of the whole Monique and Candiace situation. But they were going to show how they really felt about her this season, and that's why there's drama now. And I think Candiace made the mistake in thinking that she had all these allies. Her only friend really is Wendy, and that's it, first and foremost. That's truly her only friend in the cast. So the only way this is going to ever rectify for Candiace is if her and Wendy and others get together to, you know, take down Giselle or something. But if they just keep, you know, trying to suck up to Giselle and Robin, or, you know, or only one person goes after Giselle, then their days are going to be numbered, because it's basically going to be them being, you know, the target every single time, every which way. So that's why I said for Candiace, like, is this worth it? Is it worth it for you to be the target next season and see how far it's going to go? How much you're going to be the person that's going to be made the scapegoat? Is it worth the fame and money to deal with all of that? Because you can't just refuse to film with all of your castmates. Like, you have to do certain group scenes, certain cast trips, and things of that nature that's required by your contract. So are you just going to take whatever they throw at you? Or are you just going to take whatever they do? And that's what Candiace needs to ask herself watching back these reunion episodes. Now, if she wants to do that, if she is fine continuing being the target until she cannot handle it anymore and quits, or they just simply choose not to renew her contract, then so be it. But the seeds are already planted that she's a problem, that she is an issue, that her mouth is a problem, that her behavior on Twitter is a problem, her going too far is a problem, and her saying, oh, it's because somebody said this to me first, or what have you. But Giselle pretty much is the main character that's backed for Potomac, as well as Karen. Those are really the two juggernauts of this franchise. So whatever Giselle sets up, you know, that's what's going to be that. So Candiace needs to ask herself, is this worth her mental health? Is this worth the humiliation, the embarrassment, and the treatment on this show just for the fame and another paycheck next season? Is this really worth it? Is this really what she wants the rest of her time on Potomac to be? Which is people coming for her, people setting it up so that she is going to respond in a negative way and get out of pocket, that will ultimately either lead to her leaving or being forced to leave. Is this where she wants to take, you know, the rest of her time on Real Housewives of Potomac? Or is she going to walk away gracefully, focus on her music career, acting, whatever else she has going on, school, whatever else is happening? Or is she going to come back for more? Because like I said, the seeds are planted now for her to be the target completely, for no holds barred. There's no more defending Candiace, right? Because Monique is gone. There's no need to pretend to like Candiace anymore. So Candiace needs to make that decision on where she stands and what she is ultimately going to do. So that is all I have. Please let me know your thoughts. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys again soon.